receptionist.
He is a receptionist. Okay. What does she do? The number 9.
Eh, she she is a office manager.
Okay,
Sí.
that's good.
Yes.
In this case,
Yes.
remember, George, you have to ask the question. Number 9, what does she do? And Nancy, you say she is
Ok.
office manager.
Primero
Continue
va
with,
el número y ya después la pregunta.
yes, what does she do? Or what does he do?
Ok. The number 6. What does she do?
The number 6.
Yes.
They doesn't they are Christian?
No, a chef.
Yes.
Yes.
Okay.
Number
What difference are
five.
is 7 and 10?
7 and 10.
What is
Okay.
the
Let me see. An F.
el,
Front
el,
desk clerk. Okay. The front desk is, for example, in the hotel when you arrive, you go to the front desk. Is la recepción.
okay.
So this the difference is the area. Front desk is an area, and the in this case, front desk clerk is the people. Front desk
Okay,
clerk.
okay.
Yes.
It's a
When you say front desk, is the area in the hotel. Okay.
okay. Uno interactúa con personas y el otro con. Sí, sí, sí.
Sí.
Ahí donde están.
The front
Okay.
desk is the person in charge, the responsible. And the receptionist only receives people. Maybe he transferred to another person who is the responsible with the manager. The receptionist is only a filter, and the front desk clerk can solve situations. He is the responsible. Continue working, please.
Okay.
Okay, what does what does she do exercise for? Person for?
Okay. They. Well, she is a host.
He is a host. Fantastic. Continue working,
Yes, a
guys.
host.
Moment.
Okay. Thank you.
Okay, guys, did you have any problems with this activity?
No, teacher.
No problems. Perfect. Very good.
No problem, teacher.
Great. Well, it's time to continue. Let's go back to the student's book. Now, page 51. Let me check. Yes, 51. Exercise 2. Speaking. We have another speaking activity. Workplaces. Now, we have checked the different jobs for different people. Now, it's time to check the places where these people work. So we have who works in these places. Complete the chart with jobs from exercise 1. Add one more job to each list. One more job to each list. So we have a doctor works in a hospital. A nurse works in a hospital too. In the list, we have a doctor and a nurse. Okay? We have another place. We have in an office. Who works in an office? In a store. Who works in a store? In a hotel. Who works in a hotel? You have to complete these charts with the jobs in exercise 1. Accountant, bellhop, host, receptionist, server. These jobs will be useful for exercise 2. Copy the chart on your notebook and complete the list. Come on, work individually on this exercise. We will check your answers in 3 minutes. Okay, students, now that you have your lists, let's continue. The question is, remember, who works? Who works in a hospital? Who works in an office? So, for example, Oscar, who works in an office?
Office manager and receptionist.
Okay, an office manager works in an office. A receptionist works in an office too. Perfect. Cesar, who works in a store?
Salesperson works in a store.
Very good. Nancy,
Cashier.
that's it,
Sorry.
Cesar. Thank you. Nancy, who works in a hotel?
Bellhop
Yes,
and
a bellhop
friend
works in a hotel.
and friend desk clerk.
A front desk clerk works in a hotel too. This is the idea. Now, activity B, pay attention. Let's ask questions with who. For example, who wears a uniform? Oh, a police officer wears a uniform. A security guard wears a uniform too. Who sits all day? Who stands all day? Who works with a team? etc. Do you understand the vocabulary in the box? Talks to people, works hard, works at night, makes
Sits
a lot
all
of money.
day. I don't understand sits all day.
A person who is in a chair all day, sits all day, like sit down.
Okay, I understand.
Very good. Any other question, guys, with the vocabulary?
No, teacher.
Okay, now you have to practice the questions from exercise A. Who works in a hospital, in an office, in a store, or in a hotel? And you have to combine the questions with who wears a uniform, sits all day, stands all day, the vocabulary in this box. For this activity, we will change the people. Cesar, George, and Victor, it's your turn to work together. Nancy and Oscar, you work together. Antes, ¿hay dudas con lo que vamos a hacer, chicos?
No.
Okay, perfect. Accept the invitation, please.
Oh, really?
Really, Emiliana.
Oh,
Uh,
so
I can see the control room and activity all today. Sit all today, every day, and the night and the day.
wow, 24 hours.
24.
Wow, and it's big, the control room?
Nah, it's I think 13 meters por
Órale.
por 5 metros. Es muy angosto.
Guys, did you
But
finish the
it's a
activity?
little.
Did you finish the
No.
activity, please?
No, we are practice with the partner that work
on the
Sit
activity.
all day and another similar works.
Oh, excellent. Very good. Continue practicing.
Okay, thank you.
Okay.
In the street. Who who works in the school?
In the school,
Yes,
a teacher works in the school.
teacher. Yes.
Okay, students, problems with the activity? Any situation?
No, teacher.
No, teacher, it's excellent activity.
Okay, good. Let's go to the student's book, the same page, the next exercise, conversation. So, Cesar, what do you see in the picture?
I see a conversation between Jordan and Alicia.
Yeah, but the picture on the right.
The picture, a guy, maybe is thinking about some problem.
Okay, there is a young man sit
Young
on
man,
armchair, worried. He's worried about something,
worry.
right?
Yes, right. That's it, the word.
Excellent, guys. Please follow the conversation reading in silence. Listen to the pronunciation and at the same time. So here we go.
Page 51. Exercise 3. Conversation. What does he do? Listen and practice.
Where does your brother work? In a hotel. Oh, really? My brother works in a hotel too. He's an accountant. How does he like it? He hates it. He doesn't like the manager. That's too bad. What hotel does he work for? The Plaza. That's funny. My brother works there too. Oh, that's interesting. What does he do? Actually, he's the manager.
Oh my God, we have a problem. He is the manager, and the other guy has a problem with the manager. The accountant has a problem with the manager. Anyways, so Jordan and Alicia. George, where does Alicia's brother work? Alicia's
In
brother.
a hotel.
Yes, Alicia's brother works in a hotel. Perfect. Victor, where does Jordan's brother work? Jordan's brother. Where does Jordan's brother work?
He's worried hotel.
Yes, he works in the same hotel as Alicia's brother. Perfect. Cesar, what does Jordan's brother do?
Jordan, sorry,
Yes, Jordan's brother. What does Jordan's brother do?
is an accountant.
He's an
He's an
accountant.
accountant
Does he
of the
like his
hotel.
job?
And no,
No, he doesn't. Very good.
he doesn't.
Nancy, what does Alicia's brother do?
He is a manager.
Yeah, he's the manager and he's the responsible. The accountant doesn't like his job. He hates the job because he doesn't like the manager. Maybe the person in the photo, in the picture, is Jordan's brother. He is worried about his job because he doesn't like the manager. Oh my God. Questions with the vocabulary in the conversation?
Yes, I don't understand that. Too bad. That's too bad.
That's too bad.
Bad is malo. Bad.
Yeah. For example, I can say, I like very hot coffee normally, but
Mhm.
I cannot drink this coffee because it's too hot.
Okay,
So it's
demasiado.
negative. It's more than very hot. Yes.
Thanks,
Perfect.
teacher.
Well, guys, now it's time for practicing the conversation reading out loud. Nancy, you are Jordan. Oscar, you are Alicia. Let's practice reading the conversation out loud. Check out your pronunciation. 3, 2, go.
Where does your brother work?
In a hotel.
Oh, really? My brother works in a hotel too. He's an accountant.
Who does like he eat? Who does like no, sorry. Who does he like it?
He has it. He doesn't like the manager.
That's too bad. What hotel does he work for?
The plaza.
Oh, that's funny. My brother worked there too.
Oh, that's interesting. What does he do?
Actually, he's the manager.
Okay, perfect, guys. So, Cesar, repeat. How? How does he like it?
Okay. How does he like it?
Yes, excellent. Nancy, repeat. He hates it.
He hates it.
Yeah, perfect, guys. Very good. Well, let's move on to the next page, 52. And here we have the grammar focus. Listen to the examples.
Page 52. Exercise 4. Grammar focus. Simple present WH questions.
Where do you work?
In a hospital.
What do you do?
I'm a doctor.
How do you like it?
I really like it.
Where does he work?
In a hotel.
What does he do?
He's a manager.
How does he like it?
It's okay.
Where do they work?
In an office.
What do they do?
They're accountants.
How do they like it?
They hate it.
Well, we have the question words. Where, the question word, where is looking for a place. Where, it's always for a place. What, in this case, in the companion of the verb do, what is looking for an activity. How, in this case, and like is looking for the mode if you like the activity or not. In English, always when we begin the question with a question word, we need immediately the auxiliary. Where do, what do, how do, where does, what does, how does, where do, what do, how do. Remember, it depends on the subject. The subject is immediately after the auxiliary. So we have auxiliary do because the subject is you. Where do you? What do you? How do you? Where does he? What does he? How does he? Where do they? What do they? Or how do they? And immediately after the subject, we have the verb. The verb is always in simple form because we have an auxiliary. In a question, we will always have an auxiliary. If we have an auxiliary, the verb is in simple form, no matter the subject. So, where do you work? In simple form. Where does he work? In simple form. No matter, we have he, because the auxiliary has the S. Where do they work? This verb in simple form. What do you do? What does he do? What do they do? The first question, the question word, is looking for a place. Where? And the person works. Place. What place? Where does he work and where do they work? Question number 2. What do they do is looking for profession. The question, what do you do? Or the variations, what does he do? What do they do? What does she do? etc. is looking for a profession or occupation. And the last one, we have, how do you like it? Because we're talking about the job. How does he like it? Or how do they like it? The verb in simple form is to ask, do you like the job? Yes or no? Does he like the job? Yes or no? Do they like the job? Yes or no? When we have a question with a question word, it's an information question. We have a big variety of options to answer the questions, not only yes or no. We have more than that, than those possibilities. So we say, where do you work? We have thousands of possibilities. In this case is in a hospital. Where does he work? In a hotel. Where do they work? In an office. What do they do? I have a lot of possibilities, but from all the possibilities, I'm a doctor. What does he do? He's a manager. What do they do? They're accountants. And finally, do they like their job? Yes or no? How do you like it? Oh, I really like it. How does he like it? It's okay, more or less. It's not a big thing, but I mean, it's okay. And how do they like it? They hate it. They don't like it. Okay? This is the grammar focus for simple present WH questions. Questions with the grammar, guys. No questions. Very good. Let me erase. So it's time for practicing. Let's practice this grammar we've studied now. So complete these conversations, then practice with a partner. What does your sister do? We know we are asking for profession because the answer is my sister, sorry, she is a teacher. So we are looking for the profession. The question for the profession, what does she, or in this case, your sister, what does your sister do? Oh, my sister, she is a teacher. Then it's difficult, but she loves it. So it's with like this question. So you have to complete the conversations. Work individually on this activity. We will check your answers in 4 minutes. If you have any question, just let me know. Okay, students, let's check your answers. Oscar, what do you have for number 1, letter B?
And
The next.
my sister, she's a teacher. How does she like it?
Perfect. It's difficult, but she loves it. George, number 2.
Number 2, where does your brother work? In office. He's an accountant. How how does he like it? He doesn't really like it.
Okay, perfect. He doesn't really like it. Nancy, number 3. Cesar, number 3.
Uh, how do your parents like their jobs? Oh, I guess that they like them. I don't remember. Where do they work? In a big hospital. They are doctor.
Perfect, very good. And Oscar, number 4. Oscar, number 4, please.
I can say teacher.
Okay, yes, please.
Okay. What do you do? I'm a student. I see. How do you like your classes? They are great. I like them a lot.
Fantastic. Excellent, Cesar. Thank you very much. So
Thank
here you
you.
can see the answers on the screen. These are the correct answers. Well, now let's continue with exercise B. We have three different pictures, three different activities, three different jobs. Number one is Jeff. Number two is Judy. And here we have two options. Maybe we divide in Chad, another for Tracy, or we put them together, Chad and Tracy. Well, we can ask questions about these people in the pictures, like, where does Chad work? Oh, he works in. Maybe, what does he do? How does he like his job? You can see if he likes his job or not. So let's ask the questions about Jeff, Judy, Chad, and Tracy.
Sorry,
So,
teacher. Uh,
yes,
I understand that the Jeff is a teacher. Judy work in an office. Maybe it's accountant. But Chad and Tracy, how do you say the do they work?
it's a
It's
store.
a store.
Yes,
Okay. Cloth
perfect.
store
I'm
or
sorry? Yeah, it's
cloth
a clothes
store?
store.
Okay. Thank you.
Fantastic. So prepare the questions because you will practice the question with another classmate. For example, where does Chad work? What does he do? How does he like it? Or how does he like his job? Judy, where, how, what? Chad and Tracy, where, what, how? Prepare the questions. You have 3 minutes to prepare the questions for these people. Maybe you can prepare the answers too, because you will practice conversations with these questions with your classmates. Okay, now that you have your questions, it's time for practicing asking and answering questions with your classmates. For example, George, you ask, where does Jeff work? Oscar, you answer, he works in a school. You continue with what does he do? How does he like it? Etc., etc. So you have to practice these questions.
How do you like? How do they like it? It's I think les gusta, ¿no? Gusta
Ajá,
eso.
como si les gustara, ¿no? Su trabajo. Ok.
Apparently, Jeff he he like the work. Your face it's happy, but Jody no your face. Bueno, she 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 face it's so it's different. No happiness. Do
Teacher,
you think?
how do you say preocupado, preocupada?
Worried.
Worries.
He looks worried,
Worries.
or she looks worried.
¿Cómo se escribe?
W
¿Cómo se
Worried.
escribe?
O double R I E
Ujú.
worried.
Okay. Okay.
Yes.
So he's a supervisor or manager.
I am supervisor.
Oh, great.
Supervisor.
Okay. Teacher, we talk about one person that it's a partner of Oscar, and it was my partner in my work.
Ah,
So we applied the exercise with him, with her, with him. Sorry.
it's a coincidence.
Yes.
A
Yes.
coincidence. Very good. Continue. I will call you back in a moment.
Okay. Thank you.
Okay.
Exercise 5, pronunciation. Reduction of do. Listen and practice. Notice the reduction of do. Where? Where do you work? What do you do? Where did they work? And what did they do? Listen to the audio. Okay, so let's read, please. George, read the sentence number 1, please.
Where do you work?
Okay, Oscar, number 2.
What do you do?
Excellent. Cesar, number 3.
Where do they work?
Fantastic. Victor, number 4.
What do they do?
Yes, great, guys. Let's continue. Next page, we have the snapshot. Listen and practice.
Page 53. Exercise 6. Snapshot. Listen and practice. What's your job like?
I'm a lawyer at a big law firm. It's difficult and really stressful. I don't like my job much.
I'm a photographer for a local newspaper. I love my job. It's not easy, but it's fun.
I'm a software engineer. My job is okay. It's easy and pretty relaxing, but it isn't boring.
I'm a pilot for a small airline. It's a little dangerous, but very exciting. I like my job a lot.
Okay, now the question is what? What's your job like? When we have the question what's your job like, we are asking for a description. It's not if you like your job or not. Now we are asking for a description. What's your job like? And we have Lina, she's a lawyer, Melanie, who is a photographer, Martin, who is a software engineer, and the pilot, Jeremy. So the question is for George. Who likes his or her job?
Don't like?
She doesn't like. So, no.
He
Lina,
doesn't like.
no. What about Melanie? How does she like her job?
She likes the job.
She likes the job. So for the question, who likes his or her job? We can say Melanie likes her job. Why? Because she says, I love my job. It's not easy, but it's fun. Now, Oscar, who doesn't like her job or his job? Who doesn't like his job?
Martin. Martin doesn't work.
Doesn't like his job? Why?
Yes.
Because
Doesn't like to work.
easy and pretty relaxing, but it isn't boring. I think he likes his job. Cesar, who doesn't like his job or her job?
Lina
How do you
doesn't like
know?
because she say it's difficult and really stressful.
Yes, exactly. And she says, I don't like my job much. Perfect, very good. Victor, from the examples from these jobs, what jobs do you think are interesting?
The words, the Jeopardy, Jeremy, it's very interesting.
Okay, yes.
Um,
The pilot is interesting.
for I like it's dangerous. It's very exciting.
It's
Only.
dangerous, but exciting, right? Okay, perfect. Very
Mm.
good. Cesar, what jobs are not very interesting from the examples?
Uh, Software engineer. He said that it's okay and not too. It's easy, but it's boring.
Right, yeah. It's not boring, but it's not really interesting. Okay, perfect. So let's continue with the conversation. It's a dangerous job. Pay attention.
Page 53. Exercise 7. Conversation. It's a dangerous job. Listen and practice.
Hey, Paula. I hear you have a new job.
Yes, I'm teaching math at Lincoln High School.
How do you like it?
It's difficult, but the students are terrific. How are things with you?
Not bad. Guess what? I'm a firefighter now.
Really? Wow. How do you like it?
It's a dangerous job, but it's really interesting. I love it.
Okay, but please be careful.
Okay, students, questions with vocabulary?
Yes, would say Paula. It's difficult, but the students are terrific. Terrific is like amazing.
Yes,
Oh,
good.
yes.
It's a positive adjective. Terrific is
Okay.
very, very good.
Okay. Thank you.
You're welcome. Any other? No? Great. So, question. Paula has a new job. What does she do?
Uh, she's a teacher. She's teaching math
Okay. Where does she work?
at Lincoln High School.
Okay. How does she like it?
Uh, she said it's difficult, but the students are terrific.
Okay, perfect. Victor, can you hear me?
Yes,
Okay,
fire,
what does Jack do?
she's firefighter.
Yes, perfect. How does he like it? So you can say,
Uh, repeat the question, please.
yes, how does he like it? I mean, does he like his job or not?
She tell I love it.
Yeah, so he loves it. He likes his job. Excellent. Very good. Perfect, guys. Let's continue with the last activity for today. Listening. Is your job interesting? Listen to 4 people. Jasmine, Kana, Luke, and Brandon talk about their jobs. Complete the chart. What do they do? What's it like? We want the job and the description for these 4 people. Pay attention. Here we go.
Page 53. Exercise 8. Listening. Is your job interesting? Listen to 4 people talk about their jobs. Complete the chart with the correct jobs and adjectives. 1.
Where do you work now, Yasmin?
I have a new job. I work downtown.
What do you do exactly?
I'm a street vendor. I sell ice cream.
Really? What's it like?
It's an exciting job. I talk to lots of cool people every day.
2.
What do you do, Kana?
I work in an office.
Really? What do you do exactly?
I'm a manager.
What's it like? I don't think that's an easy job.
No, it isn't. I have a difficult job, but I like it.
3.
Where do you work, Luke?
At a store.
Oh, are you a salesperson Or a cashier?
No, actually, I'm a security guard.
Really? How do you like it?
It's pretty boring. I don't like it very much.
4.
What do you do, Brandon?
I work at the city hospital.
The city hospital? Are you a doctor?
No, I'm a nurse.
What's that like? Is your job interesting?
Oh, yes. Every day is different. I really like it.
Okay, so what does Jasmine do?
She is a street vendor. She,
What's it
how do you
like?
say, vende? Yes, it's difficult, but he liked the job.
Okay, what does Kana do?
She is a manager office.
Office manager.
Office manager, right.
What's it like?
She says that she like it.
Okay, but well, she likes it, but I think it's not the description. Look, what does he do?
Security
Security guard. Hmm?
guard.
What's it like?
She think bored and don't like the work.
Okay, it's boring. Brandon, what does he do?
She is nurse.
He's a nurse. What's it like?
I really like it. She like.
Okay. Well, we don't have the description, so let's check the answers.
Okay.
So here we have, pay attention. Well, Jasmine is a street vendor or ice cream vendor. Perfect. Kana is an office manager, security guard for Luke, and Brandon nurse. Luke, job is boring, is the description. It's okay. But Jasmine, job is not difficult. It's Kana's job is difficult or not easy. Jasmine jobs is exciting. And Brandon's job is interesting. Remember, in this case, what's it like? We are looking for a description, not if the person likes or not. If the person likes or not is how. How does he like it or how does she like it? Okay, perfect, guys. Well, we don't have more time today. That would be all for today. Thank you very much for your attention and see you next class. Bye-bye.
Bye, see
See you
you.
later. Bye bye.
Bye. Thank you.